and I am getting not even a full red belt of red circuits. I'm going to prioritize this to take it from here. I'm going to prioritize this to take it from here. Because that one's not as full as the others, and I don't want those backing up. Plastic's not keeping up. And as I recall, I have no way to balance plastic to get it out better. I need more room to get plastic out, or I need short-sided inserters, which I don't have. How many have I got here? 19. That's about 9. But both of these are full, so these can't output at all. What I need is at least one of these to go on the other side. So I've already done something here. Because naturally that would be here. So, are there any games I can play here? If I put the blue here and the red here, how bad is the gap then? Insurmountable. But if I put this blue here, no, I just don't see it. If I gap this to here, I still don't have a way. Well, maybe I do. If that gets pushed up here and then shoved down here, it's going to be on the inside. And that might free these up to produce more. And it is. Same thing here. Just before the power pole. Don't quite, I'd have to do it twice here, because I have to do this, this, and this, and then rotate. And that might open up these. It does. Well, that was cool. I got a red light there. Nice. Good. I don't have 3 solid green belts out. And I no longer have enough green to feed these. Got the white now. These are flickering, but they're working. You're not, because you don't have enough iron. And that's understandable. You're fighting with that. Because these are only really capable of doing 3 full belts out, not 4. To properly serve this, I should take 2 of these around the north. How badly is that hurting me, though? There's 100 in there, and there's 40 in there, and there's 100 in there, and there's 20 in there, and there's 100 in there. So my production of rocket control units is hampered by the lack of red circuits. And the red circuits are hampered by the lack of green circuits. The green circuits being hampered by a lack of iron. And it's really not a big deal to increase this iron. And this is exactly what I'm going to do, is what I've done here. Do you have iron steel chests in you? Nope. Well, then go away. I need somebody with steel chests. That's you, buddy. So this is going to come from here. And this is going to come from here. Because without rules, we are just savages. That's gonna open a floodgate, eh? Well, that next one came in kind of quick, didn't it? That should balance the unloading a little bit better. Get me a more consistent feed. Those are actually from two sides of the same train, but you're supposed to be having a train here, and here's the train. All right, copper's a little bit better. Well, we got one solid belt, that's for sure. And we got two solid belts, that's for sure. And with two solid belts, they're green. Barely. Red now. And green. It's not going to do much, but it helps. Atrocious B. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. You just found me today and you're already subbed. That is very kind of you. Alright, I'm okay with this now. You get to be an updated blueprint. This is science. Right? No, this is rocket components. Make a copy of this, put it here. Select new contents, here, here to here. Oh, I don't want the landfill. No landfill. don't want the train fill the train. I don't really want the tiles, but I would like to add my logo, but oh well. I can add that in post-processing. I don't want these radars because I don't have them all the time. Ah, there we go. Let me get on my train and get out of here. I've almost got a decent half belt of red. I wish I had a way to make more red, but... Oh, now we're back to missing plastic. Why are we missing plastic? Because of fuel. Because we're not cracking enough. Why aren't we cracking enough? Because we've got too much yellow. Why do we have too much yellow? This thing's half full. We should have more yellow cracking. You are cracking. And you are cracking. Well, that's cracking, but we've got way too much yellow. Not enough petroleum. What is the deal, brah? Alright, we're gonna have to add one more of these, I guess. Looks like we need more FBI guys. See if I can get this to fit. Well, it fits. Let's see if it alleviates the issue. I smell another update coming. There really should be a pump right here. More accurately, there should be a pump right here. I don't have any pumps. I don't have any engines either. Can somebody around here make engines? Oh, that's very bad. Nice, you know. That's a tragic situation. That's a bit of a hack. And by a bit of a hack, I mean a lot of a hack. You making engines? Yeah, you'd have to be making engines. You're making flying robot frames. Let's try not to get run over on this track again. I frickin' would've. I frickin' would've. Still low on copper. Hot and heavy those trains come through there. Might have to increase that to 4 lanes already. So the reason I'm putting a pump here is because I'm not getting rid of enough red oil, heavy oil, and this will prioritize the dumping of what red oil cracks. Also, what the heck is this? Why is it different? So you're in good shape. You've cracked a lot. Anyhow. This will help to get rid of this glut of red oil, which is what's preventing these from working, because they have too much red oil. I can spend yellow oil, but I can't spend red. And I suspect what was going on is that I was pumping this red and this yellow just wasn't going anywhere. And I might not have needed that extra one now. But now that I look at it, the source of the problem may have been that I'm just, I was not cracking enough I was cracking enough red oil, but it was not getting into the yellow as it should. So now I'm literally cracking as much red as I can. And while I can't read this exactly, it is lower than it was. And these are now working. These are almost working. So this is a bounce between 1.6 and 1.2. It's either going to hit 1.1 and tell me it's failing, or it's going to hit 1.7 and tell me it's working. Or it's going to do neither and just dick around. All right. These are all working. So the red oil is flowing out now. Yeah, that red oil is pretty much empty. Although this one's pretty much full still. The red oil is not shared. So why would you have so much extra? Because yellow oil is shared. And so the yellow oil was coming down here and pushing all this out of the way. Now it can't. So these are going to work pretty hard. Unfortunately, I have no way to balance this right now. I don't want to bring the red oil up here to get it cracked. These are working pretty much as they can. I mean, this tank's got 8K in it. It's 25K. As long as these don't stop because they're full of red oil. think I'm okay. So this didn't make any difference. That red belt is looking much better. We don't have maximum plastic yet, leaving us with a little bit of undone red. But you're getting there, right? Because you're solid all the way. Red Wraith, just vanilla, except for Cities of Earth. And if you hit, I think mods, it'll take you to a web page that'll a markdown document that'll show you all of the mods. So click that link. I finished K2. If you go to my YouTube channel, which I don't have a link to YouTube, but it's High Speed Games. You will see the playlist. And the last one's not up there yet. But, you know, Red Wraith, I understand that keeping up with what's going on in the Factorio world when you really want to, but, you know, just don't have the skill set, I appreciate that it can be challenging. So people like me, we're going to be a little gentle with you and just sort of be polite. I don't know who the hell I'm talking about, because I ain't going to be polite. Ever. There's never enough time to catch up. Too many hobbies in life, brah. Alright, so now plastic is happy and we're back to not having enough green. And I'm okay with that. I got pretty much as much green as I can get on this belt. And it's pretty often getting to the end. And I'm good with all of that. And that is a good looking red. And if that's a good looking red, then I should have some rocket control units getting some red. Some modules. Wouldn't you like to have some modules too? Yes, they're working. It's twerking, it's twerking, it's shaking its little inserter arm. Yes. I am too organized. I don't need to be jealous. I have more time, after all. I'm self-employed. Hey, look, a rocket just for you, Red Wraith. I'm going to watch this rocket go. And it's gone. Independent contractor is one way to put it. Unemployed is another way. Got fired again back in January. So I'm just doing this. So I have a little more time to be organized and make these fancy BPs. Let's take this home. And that, to me, is a fantastic situation. I'm not going to complain about that. I've saved money for decades, and I got to the point where I can afford to focus on my dream, which is this. Entertainment, support, communications. It's great stuff. Every time I hit the start button is a little blessing. Sometimes you even look to see how many people are watching. I don't do that very often. Don't eat your own dog food. And if you thought my blueprints were organized, I'm even putting down color concrete in my factory. Yeah, I had to cut back on the modding. Matter of fact, I hardly even do Monday night modding anymore because I just find myself modding only and not playing. And I just can't handle that. I don't like that. I want to be able to play the game, not just mod it. The modding is more addictive than the gaming, I think. So tomorrow I'm probably going to start... Well, let me see. How many blue belts do I have stored up? The heck was that? So tomorrow I'm probably going to start doing the blue belt stuff, I guess, because this looks under control. I have 1,000 blue belts of each of these. Not that I'm wrapping up for tonight, I'm just celebrating before I take a break. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. That was exterminator sound effect. So I'm not seeing trains stopping and waiting very much, except in this intersection where they get in each other's way, and that was terrible. Who let you do that? You did. All right. I need to go down there and change that. Can't have that. You can't get into this intersection unless you get out of it. So that was bad that you got here. Yes, I came to the old world. I'm actually going to be building... I started in Spain, and I built my little factory here, upside down. And then I built my base here to get me bots. Science and research are here. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to come down and fix these. My primary factory right now is here in Prague. My plan is to go over to China, to Russia and China, and build at least one rocket silo set there. I'm going to be building, I think it's 3 silos of 4. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Red Raves. That's funny. No, my plan is, because I have uranium here, is this will be a long-term. This will be a nuclear. Because my nuclear things look like this. And so I can just spam Italy with nuclear because water's everywhere. Right now, I plan to fill up Portugal with as much water as or nuclear as humanly possible, because I put the resources at max, because I just can't afford to run out, because I don't have space to run out. If you think about it, it's a fixed size world, and if I don't, I can't just I can't just go somewhere else and mine another resource, because there aren't any. Yeah, well, France is bumming then, huh? France is pretty full. France has got two. And granted, I'm an American, so I don't know geography for squat. So let me put this sensor down here so I know when this runs out. Low resource, good. So what this is going to do, for people who don't know, I've attached a wire to a miner, and I changed the miner to say entire resource patch. And then I put a speaker on that, and I told it, if everything goes below 100K, make a sound. But I turned the volume off. More importantly, show alert and show that I'm low on resources. So what's going to happen is, right now this thing has 109 million. Let's say I change this to 50 million. Then what it'll do... Yes, true. I do know that's Portugal, because I watched Hitch bicycle along Portugal. Hitch is a Twitch streamer. I'm going to give him a shout out because he's fantastic. And I saw some things watching him that I've never seen and I will never see. You should follow him. He hitchhikes. Right now, just now, he hitchhiked across the northern United States to go from the east coast of Canada to Las Vegas to attend TwitchCon. But what he did is he hitchhiked from northern Portugal all the way around through Lisbon down into Spain. He didn't hitchhike, I'm sorry, he bicycled down into Spain. And when he was in, I think it was somewhere in this part of Portugal, he stopped overnight along the shoreline. And I remember him riding through this little 2-lane road to go past a brick factory and some other stuff. And he got to a place where he was on some cliffs overlooking the ocean. And he was setting up his camp, and it was starting to get dark. And the thing is, I live in the United States. I'm never going to see the sunset over the Atlantic Ocean. But through his camera, I saw the most beautiful sunset across the Atlantic Ocean, knowing that it was sunrise out my other window. Right? And just the way it was framed and the way it looked, it was just spectacular. And if I were driving, if I had gone to Portugal, I'd have never gone there, because I'm in a car. I'm not on a bicycle off on the side, sleeping in a tent where there's no lights and nothing. Also, this is bad. This is... Okay, that's because of me. So he gave me the opportunity to see something I'm never going to see in person. And it was fantastic. So anyhow, this thing, if it's set up correctly, so it's expecting 500 million, and you see here it's giving me a low resource indicator. So by this one little thing, so that's 10,000 or 100,000, which is perfect. Well, you know, we are mad. We're also pretty innovative. Probably the most innovative of any human culture in history. And we're driven, and we've got a lot of flaws. But if you need help, we'll help you. England, you can pretty much see the sunset from anywhere, right? Across the ocean. I mean, it's a tiny little island, isn't it? I'm just trolling you. I like to refer to it as an isle. A-I-S-L-E. You got that pun. Huh? Ah, Burgers and Fries is back. Our narcoleptic friend, or narcotic friend, or our friend. Yeah, I'll drive this train manually. What could go wrong? Yeah, it's not like you're gonna go anywhere. You can't drive. Sorry. Alright, let's go fix this. I don't like that this intersection let a train stop near the exit. Let's get you out of the way. Oh, rabbit. Squirrel! Ran in between the train, then ran in between the train. So what I saw happen was a train stopped somewhere in here on the way out, which caused another train to not be able to finish. And this is a new intersection to me. I didn't design it, and it's a great intersection. But I cannot afford for a train to get here and stop. If it can get here, it needs to keep going. Look at the Christmas tree lights. And I don't want to mess with this thing. But I feel like I have to. Because if it's crossing this one, I don't care. You're not going to stop much. You're going to stop a train from leaving there, but I'll tell you what I'm going to save, because I might be screwing this up badly. Where are we on here? We're on the 26th. Well, I have many, many good things to say about England. And there was a guy who gave a speech, I think at Oxford or something, Canadian guy. And he said that you have to consider that most of civilization owes England for their structure. There's a joke about how England spawned the most Independence Days of anything in the world. It's like, yeah, it did. My preferred story, my favorite story about England, is in relation to India. Now, they colonized India, and yeah, it wasn't exactly the most polite thing to do. I'm thinking at the same time as I'm looking at this. But here's the way the story goes. This is the way I heard it. There was tradition in India that when a husband died, his wife was cremated alongside his body, regardless of her health status or whatnot. And the British general in charge said, you can't do that. And the tribal elders from India said, well, that's our culture, that's what we're going to do. So what the British general said was, all right, you can keep your culture, but in Britain, our culture is that if you kill an innocent person like that, we hang you. So the next time you put up that funeral pyre, know that we're going to put up a gallows. And suddenly that tradition wasn't so important anymore. And that, to me, is an example of bringing civilization to the rest of the world. Might as well over-signal the crap out of it, you know? Alright, having said something controversial and almost dying, oh, I'm going to take a quick break. Hey, look, there's a little train I left behind. Gosh darn it. You go away. I just... Squirrel. Crap. Alright, BRB. Thanks for the reminder there, Burgers. In general, if you see Train Saver, I've probably stepped away. I have visitors from Colonel Will. Hello, Colonel Will. I didn't get a chance to check in on you today. How is the farming?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Now, come on now. I just added more faster. Hey, look. Colonel Will, I love your country so much, I built my first and currently only rocket silo near your capital. Mostly because I knew it would pollute it, and if it caught fire, it would be a limited contained fire, and if it blew up, the parts would go into the water. But I didn't say that part out loud. At least I didn't put the nuclear power plants on your coastline. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. This is good stuff. Alright, so I think this is behaving as it's supposed to. I don't have as much red circuits as I want. And once again, these fell off a cliff. And they fell off a cliff because I ran out of copper again. Yep, Matt Copper Train's a little late in its delivery. I need to change these settings. I really screwed this up. I need you to signal for a train sooner. Not that I have trains available. Someday, Will, next time I see you stream, I'm going to ask you to explain to me how you decide how many trains you get going. Because I haven't quite got the grasp of that. But I think I will put 2 more iron ore, coal ore trains online. Yeah, it's probably the best design. And this base is out of copper, too. Less than 8 stacks of product left. That's freaking brilliant. Thank you, because that's the question I was wanting to ask. Let me... Oh, crap. The trains that I really want to control are down here, and like I said, I didn't build these 2 things anywhere near a teleporter, and it's just getting tedious to constantly ride there. But let's go. I'll bring the other trains as I need them. So, 8 stacks, huh? Okay. Thank you. Oh, I would have to uncap these. I see what you're saying. So you're checking only one box to see if it has stuff. I had a small imbalance problem that I still haven't fixed. I had a improperly placed belt. Improperly placed underbelt, if you will. And the result is that a lot of things got imbalanced badly. But what I was trying to figure out, because these are independent sides of the train, so... Yeah, I'm just totaling them up right now. I'm kind of not happy about it. But if the belts are working, I'll probably do that sort of math off, not on my main base, but on my main stream. But right now I've got it set basically when it's below 4,000, but it's not coming in on time and I'm running out. Yeah, I am using belts in the base, although I have a... This is intermediate thing. I have a blue belt design that I'll be switching to that is a bit more direct. And I've got that laid out. But that's what China and Asia, or Russia and Asia and Africa are for. I plan to go with about 12 rocket silos. And they're going to be independently supported, if you will. I don't plan to have everything go into one and then spread out. But I also don't have enough ore capacity for what I'm doing. I'm kind of jerking myself around with it. I think I forgot to launch those two trains. Yeah, I forgot to launch those two trains.